office-friendly fragrances. What do I think an office-friendly fragrance should be? One that's not too loud, projects moderately, softly, still smells good, not a romantic fragrance or a sexy type of fragrance, one that's just kind of right down the middle. It could be a little bit sexy, but you don't want to be getting old Karen all stirred up. So if you want to know what 10 fragrances I found in my collection that Karen should be okay with, meet me on the other side of this intro and we're going to get right into it. I will see you guys in one tick. You guessed it. You guessed it. It is your boy Trey Scents back with another video, another review for you here on the channel. You know how we do it on the channel. It's going to be a little bit of a review, a little bit of a discussion. So before we get into that, of course, I need a little bit of paperwork from you. I need you to help your boy with some of this heavy lifting. What do I need from you? I need you to like this video if you like it. I need you to share this video if you like it. And if you like my content, guess what? I need you to sub. Just give your boy a sub. You can do it. There you go. Ding, sub. And after you sub, hit the icon bell so that every time I do a video, you can come by the channel and see what shenanigans I got going on today. That's all. That's it. Simple. See, that wasn't all that heavy. Now that we got that out of the way, shall we? Let's get into this video. What I have for you is 10 fragrances in my collection that are, well, one thing, they're pretty much affordable, budget friendly. Most of these can be found at your local rack stores, or at least that's where I picked them up. Some of them may be a little harder to get at your rack stores now than others, but most of these I think can be purchased at a rack store or at least a discount perfumer somewhere near you. And they're also good for the office. You know what I mean? They're not loud, they're not strong, they're not sexy, date night, romantic fragrances. Most of them will fall under that crisp, clean, sort of have a professional type of smell to them. Y'all ready to get it? Let's go. The first one I want to talk to you about is one that I just picked up the other day. I just talked about it in a video, but it's worth talking about, and I'm talking about it now because you can find it at the rack stores right now. And by rack stores, I mean Burlington. It is from the house of Mercedes-Benz, and it is Mercedes-Benz Grey. It opens up a little bit like Coach Platinum, just a teeny bit, but then it goes in another direction. It has a slight sex appeal type of vibe to it, but mostly what you get out of this one is a nice, crisp, fresh, clean type of scent. Very, very soft, subtle projecting fragrance. One of the most subtle and soft projecting fragrances that I have in my collection. Performance on it is not the best. So a lot of people think it's a bad performer, so I'll overspray to compensate. That doesn't make the fragrance last longer, guys. It doesn't. It doesn't matter if you spray yourself till this bottle is empty. It's still gonna wear off in the same amount of hours. It's just gonna be stronger for the hours that it lasts. If that makes any sense, do you catch what I'm saying? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? A 6-hour fragrance is gonna last 6 hours no matter how many sprays of it you put on. If you spray one spray, you're gonna smell that one spray for 6 hours. Just saying. I mean, it's not more powerful by the sprays. You get what I'm saying? So all that's gonna do is make it louder for the time that it is on you. So go easy on some of the sprays, and that makes any fragrance an office friendly type of scent. But if you want some that are easier to wear, try Mercedes-Benz Man Grey. I'm really impressed with this little fragrance. I really do. I just like it. It smells good, and again, I reiterate, it is a soft, subtle fragrance, and this is one that actually smells better on my skin than it does in the air. It just has a sweet, modern smell, slightly citrus, slightly crisp and clean. Just get your nose on it. You can pick this up at Burlington right now for $19.99, and I think it is well worth that. It's also a good little fragrance that you can wear in the spring and in summer, so if you buy it now, it could be your go-to or your gym scent from now until Thanksgiving. That's a long time. That's a lot of use out of a $20 fragrance, you know what I mean? Very inexpensive and very affordable. This next one is another one that I have not had very, very long. It is from the house of Penguin, and it is Signature Blend. And I absolutely love this bottle. It is opaque. You can't see through it. This one, find an atomizer so I don't spray myself in the eye. Again, soft, subtle projection. It has a little bit of a leathery vibe, which to me gives it a masculine and a little bit of a professional type of feel to it. I wore this one to work the other day, and one of my coworkers came up to me. He was like, "Trey, what cologne is that you got on? It smells good." I got that 3 or 4 times when I wore this one, and I was like, I can't even smell it anymore. They were like, I can smell you over here. So it projects more than you think it is, but it's one that you will go, what is asthmatic, anemic, whatever the word is, you'll stop smelling it. How about that? But it'll still linger around. So maybe a little bit to your shirt, and then, a couple sprays on the wrist, maybe back of the neck, maybe 6, 7 sprays of this one. Again, you're going to the office, so you're not trying to spray 15 to 20 sprays of anything. You don't want to be nuclear. But this one has that mix of freshness, cleanliness, and playfulness. And I like that in a fragrance. That's a hard combination to beat to me. And it's inexpensive. And I picked this up at Burlington. We're going to go on a little Burlington shopping spree here. I picked this up at Burlington, and again, it was $19.99 for this 100 ml bottle. And I like it. I'm glad to have this one in my collection. I had searched for it for a while. I know I could have just went online and got it, but that's not fun to me. It's fun to get out, interact with people, have conversations, yada, 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 etc., etc., etc. Okay, let's keep it moving. This next one is from the house of Bulgari. And which one is this? Make sure I got the right one. Okay, this is Wood Neroli. Now, this could easily be substituted for Banana Republic Neroli Woods. This one is probably the brightest on this list, but I do think it would make a nice office scent if you tone it down. And the reason that it made this list is because it smells good, but the performance on it is not very good. It is a very bright scent for the office, and for some it may be just a little too bright. But for me, I think I would wear it, and I think I could pull it off. I think it's one, maybe 3 sprays of at the most, and I know it's not the strongest projecting fragrance and the best performing fragrance, but again, you're not trying to blast anybody out of their cubicles, and you're not trying to have them smell you down the hall. You just want to leave a nice little pleasant scent trail behind you when you go. And this reminds me of, I'm not sure if this would be niche or designer, Joe Malone. I don't know anything about the company. I don't know if Joe Malone is niche or designer, but this reminds me of, what is it? Sea salt, sage, and wood. Sea salt, wood, and sea, whatever. You know the fragrance I'm talking about. By Joe, wood, sage, and sea salt. I think that's it. This kind of reminds me of that, because I picked up on a lot of Neroli when I smelt that fragrance by Joe Malone. And this one, Neroli Woods, it fills the room when you spray it. But this just has a nice, relaxing, calming type of effect to it. At least that's what I get from Neroli. It also, as it dries down, to me has this soapy, clean vibe, and it's not soapy in the sense of soap. It's soap. How can I put it? It's not. It doesn't smell clean in the sense of soapy, like a Mugler soap or a Zest soap. It smells soapy and clean in the sense of, it smells like a really good soap. Does that clarify what I'm trying to say? It doesn't smell like Zest or Ivory or anything like that. It just, to me, gives this vibe of a really expensive bar soap. Does that make sense? It does to me. Maybe it'll make sense to you. But it doesn't smell soapy. Because when I think soapy, I think Prada L'Homme, I think Mugler Cologne, I think another one from Bulgari, BLV, Bulgari Blue. That's soapy. This is not that kind of soapy. This smells like citrus flavored, citrus scented soap. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what this reminds me of. A good citrus scented soap. That's what this reminds me of. Yeah, from the house of Bulgari, it is Wood Neroli. These fumes getting in my head, y'all. I had to give me a sip of coffee. Clear these old nostrils up. There we go. I'm gonna sit there right there. All right. What are we? That's 3 in. This next one I've actually got on skin as I was testing for this video, so you have to do some spraying on your skin. This is from the house of Benz Camuto. It is Benz Camuto's Black. I like this fragrance, I really do. I watched the price drop on a lot of these Benz Camutos for a long time. One time I used to see them at Burke's, all the different colors. The one in the orange bottle, I'm not sure what the name of it is. I passed on it. The one in the white bottle, I actually bought it one time, took it back. I had the one in the blue bottle, I'm not sure what the name of it is, but I traded it. This was the only one I kept. I like this one the best. And again, it just has this mix of slightly citrus, very clean, but at the same time masculine, but non-offensive, just a professional type of scent. And you can pick these up for $19.99 when you see them at your local rag stores, meaning TJ Maxx, Ross, Marshalls, Burlington, which one? Burke's Outlet, because I saw several of them there at one time right before we went on lockdown for all that pandemic stuff. They had all the colors, all the names of them, and they have names on them too, but I'm not sure. It's just easier to say black, orange, and white, because they do have names. But this is a great little office-friendly fragrance to me. 3 or 4 sprays of this, and again, it's a very soft projecting fragrance, very subtle. It kind of gives me an Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce vibe, but not the same scent, but it goes in that direction if you were curious about the scent profile. But we're gonna just keep it nice, professional, easy to wear. Benz Camuto's Black. And that's, again, a $19 fragrance. This next one, to me, makes a good office scent because it's very fresh. It is soapy in the sense of it smells like a shower gel, and it is Masani's Wave. I'm gonna put this on skin. There we go, just a spritz. And how do you not love a fragrance with a magnetic cap? And isn't that beautiful? I had the original Masani and I traded it to, of course, JP. I'm gonna add it back to my collection, even though that one is a blue Chanel type of fragrance. It's in that blue vibe. Still, I wanna add it back. This one, again, 2, 3, 4 sprays at the most, because even though it's on this list because it just smells clean, it's non-offensive, it is a very mass appealing type of scent. This has just now started to pop up at the rag stores. Now, I found it about April of last year, April or May. I brought it home, reviewed it, took it back because I had paid like $50 for the gift set, and I just didn't think it was worth $50. It seems like it was a 50 ml gift set too, which was part of the reason why I took it right on back. Maybe if you get a gift set that has the 100 ml bottle in there and the travel atomizer and the shower gel and the aftershave, maybe that would be worth 50 bucks. But this is one that I know I've seen at the rag stores in that same gift set. I'm trying to remember what size bottle was in there. I want to say it was 100 ml. Prices on it are still around that $50 mark. I can't remember if I traded JP for this one or he just gifted it to me, but it's a good smelling fragrance, and I don't have anything bad to say about the scent profile. I just don't think it's worth $50 or $60. I think it's a $30 fragrance at best, simply because it is very, even though it doesn't smell basic or generic in quality, it's not a daring or unique fragrance. You could probably find 5 or 6 fragrances that smell like this. If nothing else, you could buy one of those shower gels with Ocean Breeze or Pacific Wave on it and pretty much get the same type of scent all over your body as you would by wearing this. And that will cost you, what, $4 or $5? Where paying $50 for this is gonna cost you 50 bucks. Now, is it a great fragrance? Yes, I think so. I think so. Would it work good in the office if you wear the right amount of sprays and don't light it up? Yes. Yes. Is it unique, and is it going to be something daring and different? No, but again, we're going to the office and we're trying to punch the time clock and answer the phone, or whatever, will and deal, whatever it is we do at the office. So you're not trying to be all GQ smooth, as my boy D says. You're just trying to smell good, keep it breezy, and keep it moving. And this is one that I think does that very well. An extension of the shower, very fresh, very shower jelly, very blue, very oceany. Wave is a good name for it. Masani's Wave. This next one is one that if you put this on, if you wear this fragrance, I'm giving you a disclaimer now. If you wear this fragrance, you're going to be able to sing, you're going to be able to dance, it's going to make you want to leave the one you with and start a new relationship. It is from Usher, and it is Usher Him, or Usher for Him, or Usher. And I like this fragrance. I really do. That smells good. The only problem I have with this fragrance is the performance. And again, very synthetic pineapple note up top. Let's just get that out of the way. And no, it smells nothing like Creed Aventus. It does have a very synthetic pineapple note, but the dry down on this fragrance is beautiful. It just smells good. Now here's the thing. This is the perfect example of a fragrance that spraying 50 sprays of it is not going to make it last longer. It's just going to get thicker for the time that it's on. You're going to choke yourself out. You're going to choke other people out. Don't do that. 3 to 4 sprays. Let people catch whiffs of you. Refresh about 4 hours out, and you're going to be just fine. Usher for Him, or Usher He, or Usher Him. And this is one of the best caps of any fragrance out there. Love this cap. If it had just been made magnetic, it would be great. But this is a great smelling fragrance, great for the spring and the summer as well. So again, this is one that if you pick up now, you will be able to wear this clean until Thanksgiving, Christmas, holidays begin. Usher. This next one is one, let's go here, is one that I think is gonna be great for this upcoming spring, and it is from the house of Banana Republic, and it is simply classic. Nice, green, fresh, citrusy, springtime vibe, easy to wear type of scent. Extremely, extremely casual. But I'm thinking that you would be able to dress it up with a nice suit and tie, whatever you have to wear to work, to your office. But definitely green, crisp, casual. Puts me in the mind of Cartier's Roadster Sport. The best way to describe it is classic. Classic is a wonderful name for this fragrance because it is that. It is fresh, it is clean, it is classic, it is green, it is non-offensive. You probably could get away with a lot of sprays of this. But again, the thing is, we're going to the office or professional type of setting, so you don't want to smell that strongly. Again, it's that whole scent trail that you want to leave behind. Just that low. You don't want them to smell you coming around the corner and they be like, oh my God, here comes Bob with all that fragrance on. He's such a player. And you don't want to give off that vibe. Don't be Bob. Don't be Bob. Just go a few sprays and you're going to be good with this. And it's going to go great in the office, especially with the upcoming weather that we're about to have. Next 3 or 4 days, maybe a little bit cool, but about midweek, 1st of March in Alabama, we're looking at 70, 75 degrees. And that fragrance will be perfect on a pretty bright 75-degree day. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, it makes you want to wash up the ride and hit the highway. I'm not going far because the gas is ridiculous, but that's what it makes me want to do. This next one, again, very similar to this one in scent profile because it just has that fresh, clean, masculine, professional type of scent. And it's from a soccer player. It is a celebrity fragrance. It is Cristiano Ronaldo's legacy. And I like this frag, man. I do. I like everything about this. Oh, that smells good. That smells really, really good. Again, very similar to the Benz Camuto Black. So you may not need this one if you have black, and if you have black, you won't. If you have this one, you won't need black. Levels on it are about right there. I've worn it a few times. It just has this masculine, but sophisticated and clean, slightly woody type of vibe about it. 3 or 4 sprays of this. It does smell more expensive than what it is. Again, I paid $9 for this fragrance in a gift set. You can't ask for more than that. You just can't ask for more than that. A decent performer, subtle projection, but decent projection and decent longevity. Again, 4 or 5 hours, you can respray yourself. Do not spray 10 or 15 sprays of this thinking that you're going to help your longevity, because all you're going to do is have everybody in there sneezing, coughing, and choking. And then they're going to pass a memo about you, Bob. So don't be Bob. Cristiano Ronaldo's legacy. I've only seen this in the rack store one time, and I picked it up, and the detail on this fragrance is you see the beautiful bottle, the trim, and that's gorgeous. CR on the top. I mean, that's just a beautiful, beautiful scent profile there, and a beautiful presentation. I have 2 more. This next one is from the House of JV, from John Varvatos, Nick Jonas, and it is, what is this? Blue, maybe? Because the other one is silver. Yeah, this would have to be blue. I'm looking at my John Varvatos bottles. It's not, of course, it's not the crimson. Yeah, we'll just go with John Varvatos blue. And this one is a very citrusy, John Varvatos Nick Jonas, that is, very citrusy fragrance. But you already know John Varvatos fragrances do not last long. This is for that day that is really pretty outside and you're going with the white button down and maybe the blue tie, that classic look with the slacks. I could definitely see this being worn on that day. And again, it comes out like it's going to be an 8, 9, 10 hour fragrance. Of course not. 5, 5.5, 6 hours at the most is all you're going to get out of this, but you're going to be smelling good for that amount of time. And I love the design of the John Varvatos bottles. Even the cap has JV on it, JV NJ, and I just think it smells good. I do. It's one of my favorites out of the whole John Varvatos Nick Jonas collaboration. It just smells good to me. It just smells good to me, and it again has that combination of clean, fresh, mixed with some citrus and some manliness, a little bit woody. Just an easy to wear fragrance, easy to pull off. Not something that's overly sexy or just, you know, romantic or date night or cuddly. You're gonna have a nice little scent trail about you. You have a nice little scent profile about you. You're gonna smell good. John Varvatos, Nick Jonas. This next one, you may get in a little bit of trouble if you wear it to the office, but trouble has never bothered me. It's definitely one I would wear to the office. I love the bottle, the presentation, the color, the cap, and it is Jupe Wow Fresh. And it is boozy, which I think is why this cap simulates a wine bottle or a screw on top of a wine bottle. See, it looks just like a little bottle of wine. And what I like about this fragrance is it is fruity. It's a really fruity little scent, and I did get compliments on it when I wore it. An older lady told me it smelled like her husband. Now, I'm not saying that this is cougar bait, so guys don't be like, I ain't gonna buy that and wear it because Trey said old women like it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it smells good. It's a very youthful fragrance, a little bit of violet leaf, a lot of freshness, a little booziness. It reminds me of a nice, cool, refreshing drink. That's why I said you may get in a little bit of trouble, because I'm gonna be like, Bob's been drinking on his lunch break. And he comes in here smelling like that cologne. He sprays it on to cover up the booze. That's my, you know, that's my voice, the snitch. Because it's always a snitch somewhere. Always somebody telling. That's why I don't like Bob. But anyway, this is what that fragrance just reminds me of. It's just got this boozy, fruity, fresh accord like wine or something, but it's so nice and refreshing. So on a day that's going to be stressful, you can spray this on and get your little aromatherapy. They tripping. And just get your little therapy. And then it's not, again, it's not one of those that's going to project monsterly across the room, but the sillage and the scent trail that it leaves behind, I think is going to be wonderful. It's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. And it's so pleasant, so fresh. And it really smells like a really expensive fragrance. Hard to believe this is a $15 fragrance. It really is. It smells like something that Aqua de Parma would put out, or Joe Malone, or one of those niche houses that makes a lot of cologne concentration, niche fragrances. That's just what this reminds me of. I almost think it could be unisex. I would actually like to smell this on a woman just to see how it came off. I like it, and it was an instant win for me. I instantly like this fragrance, and as the sun comes out and it gets warmer, I will be wearing this again. From the House of Jupe, it is Jupe Wild Fresh. All right, guys. That has been 10 fragrances from my collection, and I think you would be safe wearing to the office. With that being said, man, you already know I got to get off of here, do a thumbnail, edit, get everything up so you guys can see it. I hope you have had a beautiful, beautiful weekend. Man, those of you who keep returning to the scene of the crime, where would I be without you? What would I do without you? I love you all, and I appreciate you all. I really do. But anyway, I've got to get off here and do my thing so I can get this out to you. I love you all, and God bless you all. Oh, and please remember to be active in the comment section. Until next time, I love you all, and God bless you all. Peace.